Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new sweep from Latitude 64. And I showed it off a little bit in the unboxing video I did yesterday, but someone in the comments actually requested that I compare it to the Vandal, which is a disc I really like from the Dynamic lineup. And then the Saint, they also requested comparing it to the Saint as well. So we've got the sweep, we've got the Vandal, and we have the Saint. So let's do a quick side profile comparison. Very differently shaped molds between the Vandal and the sweep. What I said in my unboxing video is the sweep has like the top of an understable disc, but like the bottom of an overstable disc. It's a very unique feeling mold. It's definitely going to be very different in hand than the other two molds we're comparing it to today. So that was the Vandal. Now let's compare it to the Saint. A bit more similar, but still has quite a different feel in the hand. This sort of concave area under the wing here is where it feels very different from the Saint and from the Vandal. The Vandal, when I was throwing my only Trilogy bag for 30 days, actually rose to the top to be one of my favorite discs in the entire Trilogy lineup. Let's give everything a throw, and we'll see how these similar discs compare to the new sweep. The Vandal is so fire. I absolutely love the Vandal. If you've never thrown one, and you're a fan of dynamic discs or any Trilogy plastic, would definitely check one out. Oh, this Saint got away from me. I've made all these form changes over like the last 4 to 6 months with my backhand. I feel like I can throw discs a lot harder with a lot less effort. That's one of the things I've really been feeling lately. So I've been like turning over a lot of my discs like that recently. And then this is the sweep. Very similar to the Saint. Oh, nice. We got just under the tree. Flying very similar to the Saint early in the flight, but late in the flight, it didn't want to continue to turn. It definitely wanted to like pick up and fade at the end, which is, I think, due to that more concave shape under the bottom of the wing that I mentioned earlier. Thankfully, I actually brought a towel out with me today, so I'm able to, normally I just get all my shirts dirty, but today we actually have a towel. We'll go Vandal, we'll go Saint, and then we'll go sweep. I definitely think the Saint is actually the most understable, and the sweep is probably the most stable. And again, it's just due to that bottom edge. That wing just has a really sort of aggressive profile on the bottom. Vandal. I really like that disc. It just flies like a money run Sidewinder for me. Sidewinder is one of my favorite discs on the entire market. One of my favorite drivers ever made. And that thing just flies like a money run Sidewinder. I feel like that was two very similar throws. The Saint flying very similar. Let's see if we can't just put this sweep up in the air. Let it do a similar flight. It's interesting because it has a nice like bite at the end, or a nice sweep at the end, but it still gets that little bit of pop up and turn. So you still feel like you can maximize on the flight of the disc, but you still have a consistent fade at the end. It's flippy and stable at the same time. It's a very unique flight characteristic on that sweep. I'm sure you guys want to see some just saucy forehands with these flippy-ish 9-speeds. I do think the sweep is also a 9-speed. I haven't forehanded this thing once yet, so I'm really curious to see how it forehands. We'll go Vandal, then we'll go Saint, then we'll go sweep. Come on, Vandal. Thing is so good. That's just gross. Saint. Oh, not as much turn as I thought I was going to get out of that. Good distance. All right. This is the moment of truth right here. Oh yeah, not nearly as flippy on the forehand as those other two discs. I need to go grab that sweep. We're going to throw it back a lot more flat. We'll throw everything one more time, and then we will wrap up today's video. And let me know in the comments below any type of content that you guys want to see for the duration of Vlogmas. because after the Gyropalooza stuff, I don't really have a solid game plan. I've got a nice rack of discs that need to be reviewed. And I know you guys like the disc reviews, especially when I come out here on the golf course, but I would like some on the course ideas. So stuff I can go to a local course and film some kind of challenge or casual round, or I can get some of my friends involved and do like a doubles or team thing. But let me know what you guys like to see in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'll get some of those requests out in the form of videos during the rest of Vlogmas. Wow, I almost lost the Saint. Look at that. These needles here are dangerous. Almost lost it. I'll have to go back and watch the tape and see if we aced the flag. Did I hit the flagpole there and bounce off? I'm not sure. But from that tee box back there to right here is about 400 feet. So that was a nice little 400-foot hyzer flip vandal. Pretty cool. All right, let's be a little bit better on this set here. Let's give the sweep an opportunity to truly fly. We'll throw them in the same order: Vandal, Saint, and then sweep. The Vandal, I was wrong. I think the Vandal might be the flippiest. They're all so close, it's hard to tell which is which. That's why field work is so important. You really need to know your discs and understand your lineup. I mean, I can confidently say that I'm the best of these three discs with the Vandal, because I spent like a whole month just throwing it a ton. So I can get that disc to do almost whatever I want. Now we got the Saint. Oh, that's in the water for sure. Oh, that's safe. That was the best tree of all time. Okay, this is what you guys are here for anyway. Let's put this sweep on a little bit of a anti-turning line. It's been flying kind of flippy for me on backhand. When I get it turning, it just stays turning. But for some reason on forehand, I'm just not getting that same kind of action. So we're gonna go flat. Oh, that is so weird. That went almost all the way to that bench, which again is pushing right around that 400-foot range. I just forehanded that way farther than I've ever backhanded it, but it flew even more stable. It's almost like the harder I threw it, the more stable it became. Well, that last throw with the sweep was quite surprising. I was expecting it, once it got turning, to just hold the turn like it was on most of my backhand shots. My forehand is 3 to 5 miles an hour faster very consistently than my backhand. So I usually get more turn on the forehands, but not with the sweep. It honestly has the bottom mold very similar to something like a Firebird, but then it has the top of something kind of like a Roadrunner. Like it's got that understable shoulder, but then that like an aggressive wing on the bottom of the disc. And that's leaving it flying, for me at least, really, really nice on backhand and on forehand, which for me is something that's relatively unusual. Usually I have backhand discs in my bag and forehand discs in my bag, because there's just so much discrepancy in arm speed between those two throws for me. With that being said, I think the sweep is awesome, and I look forward to throwing it more over the next coming weeks. Let me know if you want to see any other of the Royal Box related content. I'd be happy to go and play a local course with the new discs. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'll catch you in the next one, and take care. Check this out. The Saint is barely safe. If it went in there, it probably would have been gone forever.